Well, hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Soaring Together. You know, one of the things that I have learned along our journey, and it's very important to me, is to be able to spend quality time with the friends that we've met along the way. A lot of friends that are watching right now. So, yeah, that's very important to me. And, you know, this past summer, just as the summer before, Rickey and I work camped, and because of working, it took up a lot of our time, but we did spend a lot of quality time with our friends. We had a lot of you stop by in South Dakota to see us, and some were there for quite a while with us, and we just had some awesome times together. And so I have been behind on my editing, but I did try to catch up during the HDT rally. So I have all of my rally videos completed. So I do want to go back today and take you on one of the rides that we did while we were there in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And it was a beautiful day to ride, and we all just had an awesome time. So let's go now and do some riding. Today we're taking you on an epic motorcycle ride through the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. This ride features two of our absolute favorites, the scenic Needles Highway and the Wildlife Loop inside Custer State Park. We've done this ride many times before, but today was something special because we had good friends along for the journey. As we gathered at the entrance to Custer State Park, a family pulled up beside us and let us know there was a herd of bison running along the highway, moving fast and covering ground. That definitely got our attention, but we didn't waste so much time and decided to take on Iron Mountain Highway. Long after we started, we spotted the last of the herd charging up a steep hillside, an incredible sight to see. And even though they were gone, there was plenty of evidence left behind on the road to remind us that they had been there. Well, it was shaping up to be another unforgettable day in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Well, from there, we continued south on the Peter Norbick Scenic Highway, one of the most beautiful stretches of pavement in all of South Dakota. This road twists and turns through dense pine forest, granite tunnels, and sweeping mountain curves that make every mile an adventure. Designed by South Dakota's own Peter Norbick, the highway was carefully laid out to blend with the land, not cut through it. You can really feel that as you ride. The road flows naturally with the contours of the Black Hills, winding past rugged cliffs and peaceful overlooks. As we make our way along, the landscape started to open up, revealing those towering granite spires that mark the start of the famous Eye of the Needle. It's one of those moments where you can't help but slow down and just take it all in, the views, the history, and the incredible craftsmanship that went into building this road. No matter how many times we ride it, the Needles never disappoints. There's just something about this stretch of road, the smell of pine, the sound of the wind, and the feeling of freedom that makes it all pure magic. Al and Julie that were in front of Ricky and I on the two-wheel bike. Julie hasn't ridden as much as most of us, and so they decided not to go down the wildlife loop. Actually, Julie didn't want to get mixed up in the herds of buffalo. But anyway, they left the group also and headed on back. Well, our friends Mark and Jen that actually led us on the ride today own property there in South Dakota, so they left the group and headed on back to their home. And this was the day that after we got out of the wildlife loop, we noticed the black clouds forming. And before we got back to the RV park, this was the day. Some of you remember us talking about the hailstorm. It had started to rain, so we stopped to put on our rain jackets, and just as we were getting our jackets on, it started hailing. And the way the clouds go around the mountains, the way you wind around those mountains, we didn't know if getting on the bikes and going back the direction we came would be a good idea, or exactly what we should do. And so the hail just got bigger and bigger and more coming down. It was a major hailstorm. So we headed for the trees and tried to take shelter under the trees, but it didn't help a lot because we were all pretty banged up when it was all over. We all had several bruises, and we look back now and kind of laugh at it, but it was not a good thing. It seemed to me like that hailstorm would never end. And then when we got back on the bike, the hail actually was like this deep in the highway, and it looked like it had snowed on the hills. But we just thank God he got us through that. Of course, we all had our helmets on, so that protected our heads. But that was a big ordeal to get caught in a hailstorm in South Dakota. And we were thankful that we didn't have much damage to the bikes. We both had our back speakers were busted, and Ricky and I have since been able to find replacements. But yeah, we're just very thankful that God got us through that day. Well, Custer State Park is home to one of the largest publicly owned free-ranging bison herds in the world. In many years, the herd numbers around 1,300 to 1,500 bison. On this afternoon, we took a Jeep ride with our friends Randy and Gladys. Just after a short ride on the dirt roads in the wildlife loop, we came up on what seemed to be the entire 1,500.
You want to get in the back now?
No. We're glad we didn't get in the back.
Well, I'm glad we didn't because it's raining, but I would have gotten back there. I wouldn't have scared.
That thing looks like it's broke part of its horn off.
What he's thinking about. Look, he's eyeing Ricky. He's eyeing Ricky.
I'm just hoping we don't stick her head.
No, they're going the other way. Oh.
Jump on her. Yeah, just jump on her right
We thought that hailstorm happened.
That one right there? Oh, wow.
The herd began in 1914 when the park acquired just 36 bison, 6 bulls, 18 cows, and 12 calves from a rancher's stock. The population is controlled by a roundup that takes place every year in September. Well, coming up in our next video, we're going to try to finish our adventures in South Dakota, but we have lots more to share with you as we traveled south for the winter. Stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss all the fun as we're soaring together and living life in different places.